No, we're not.
Are we live?
People are gonna come in, see your glasses, and then just leave.
Are we live? Can't hear you.
Guys, today is particularly bad. Can we just look at what's going on? Help. SOS.
I can't hear you guys yet. Can you scream at your cell phones and computers so I can hear you?
Yeah, go ahead. You guys can do that.
Can you guys scream?
Colin.
Everybody in unison, let's all scream.
No,
1,
please don't.
2, 3. Ah!
Are you done? Help.
What's going on, guys?
Colin, Axel, Ben. Nice shades. Tim.
Rob,
Paul, Chris. They're fake pit vipers. I don't want to give him credit for having real ones.
They're fake pit vipers. Yeah, I wasn't gonna, and I feel bad about it, but I wasn't gonna spend $100 on some freaking pit vipers. I know they're for like snowboarding and stuff, but yeah. So these were like $15. Honestly, I got them for the 4th of July weekend. Mm-hmm. Grilling out with these puppies, flipping the burgers. Got the kebabs. Put a little butter on the bun. Put that sucker face down. Get a little toasty. Maybe put a little.
Don't look at me.
Maybe put a little slap of cheddar cheese on that joker. Whoop-ah!
Are we skiing today?
All right, we starting to get some people in here. We're starting to get the whoop back in here, baby. Whoop back, baby. Whoop back, baby.
Oh God.
Pit vipers in the house. Yeah.
Oh, I hate you so much.
Yeah. I want little windshield wipers on these jokers.
That actually would be pretty decent. Actually, it wouldn't be yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm gonna take these off now because I can't see with them. What's up, guys?
Oh my God! Help!
Ooh.
For the love of God, just
howling. You doing? Oh God. Love those glasses. Yeah, get yourself some pit vipers, folks. Get yourself some pit vipers.
I love my mute button, Alice. I wish I had a mute button. I really do.
Dude, pit viper. These things just rip.
Instagram, are you guys okay? Oh goodness.
Oh,
okay, there
boy.
we go. It wasn't like updating the comments. Sorry, guys. We missed a few.
Someone was like hiding a black eye. What's wrong with him?
The late 80s macho man Randy Savage wants his glasses back. You are correct.
I'll tell you what though, the confidence level, like even if you have low confidence, right? Like you're not feeling good about yourself, you put those jokers on and you're like, you're up top.
Why isn't it not working? I'm trying to. There we go.
Before you're wearing the pit vipers, you're like, I don't know, and then you put them on, and you're like, let's do this.
What was the thing?
Let's do this.
What was the picture you showed me? It was like as soon as you put on your pit vipers, this happens, and like the mullet comes in, the mustache comes in.
Yeah, the mullet forms. I like them still.
Did you snap into a Slim Jim?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If you guys, if anybody in here like plays video games or whatever, like one of the like most popular video game streamers or whatever is this super goofy dude named Dr. Disrespect, and he wears like pit viper glasses and has like a mullet and has like a big mustache and stuff, and he's always like, "Let's go." And he's very, very funny. Anyways, he's like one of the most popular dudes on the internet. And the confidence level, it just shows up. It shows up with the vibes. The vibe skis. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys being here. And to thank you for being here, we're giving away some Desert Tan i3 tees.
Yes.
Okay. So we got the YouTube, we got the Instagram, and we got the Facebook. Okay. And yeah, Desert Tan i3 tees.
Yes, sir.
Because we did before we did the Mountain Sky one or whatever, and you know, we decided, hey, let's what else do we have in stock? And we happen to have some Desert Tan ones right now, so why not?
Yeah, when I did my video on Monday, I didn't look beforehand to see what colors we had. So when I for Tim, you know, you're just gonna get a random color. It's literally what I put in the giveaway sheet was like, just pick a color and send it. So I have no idea what you're getting, Tim. But we're gonna do Desert Tan today. So
oil that 6-pack. You put the pit vipers on, and your like beer belly just sucks in. It's like, and then it's like,
no,
absolutely incredible.
Oh my goodness,
absolutely incredible.
I quit.
I feel like I'm like a pit viper salesman right now. Everybody's gonna go online.
They're not even pit vipers though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
I mean, dude, the real one's like $100. Come on, man.
Yeah, that is true. I don't spend more than like $30 on any of my sunglasses.
Well, my prescription glasses are expensive, but they're prescription, so they actually make me see. So it's kind of important. I
have one good pair of sunglasses, my Costas, and then I just wear the knockarounds. I have a million different knockarounds, but I get the polarized ones. I spend like $25 on them.
You live your entire life with sunglasses on your head.
Always. So most of the time, it's literally just to keep my hair out of my face. That is 90%.
See, there you go.
This is typically why I have sunglasses. I wear them like actually on my face when I'm outside. But do you still have sleeves?
How can you still have sleeves?
But yeah, that's 90% of the reason why I wear sunglasses.
You make me want to cut the sleeves off of one of these Olight shirts and wear the pit vipers and be like standing next to a grill and being like, hey, who's grilling out?
That better be your 4th of July like photo post.
4th of July, it's my favorite holiday.
No, you absolutely
just
have
to be honest with you. I like Thanksgiving as well because Thanksgiving is all about eating tons of food, and why would you not like a day centered around eating a bunch of food? But 4th of July is also a day to eat awesome food. Grilling out.
Yep.
But also to celebrate America, which is obviously the best holiday. Yes. So 4th of July is the best holiday. You can fight me on it.
You can fight me on it.
I already talked about this. Christmas, it's too much pressure. It's too much pressure. After Christmas is over, you're like, oh, that was a nice holiday. I had a good time. And like you get more days off work, but like you got to go see your family. You got to buy a bunch of gifts. You gotta call everybody. You got to do all this. Yeah. Like 4th of July is just like, let's get some freaking burgers and some brews and let's just kill it all day. Yeah. Like, let's just knock it out all weekend, have the best weekend ever.
Basically.
Anyways, guys, do y'all have any questions about Olight stuff? I'm glad you guys are starting to get your Warrior Mini 2s. We're starting to see more and more pocket dumps, more and more, Olight like family collection photos with these bad boys.
Yep.
And it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm glad to see that you guys are enjoying these Warrior Mini 2s. Honestly, when people are actually using them and finally getting them in hand, they're like, oh, these are actually really great. And, these upgrades actually are legit. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm glad to see that. And that's how I feel a lot of times when we come out with a new product is you guys get more and more convinced when people actually start receiving them and realizing how good they really are. Like I can tell you 10 million times, this is great. This is great. This is great. But like, some of you guys are like, yeah, but I don't have it yet. I don't have it in hand. I really don't actually know if it's great. But when you guys finally start receiving them and posting them in the Facebook group and using the hashtag Olight on Instagram and all of that, that's when it really starts hitting home. And people start realizing like, hey, a lot of people have these and a lot of people like them. So it's really cool to see you guys digging these. That's my favorite part when you guys really start getting stuff.
Yeah, because we tell you guys all the time, especially when it comes to new products and we're doing the performance parts of them, like the videos never do it justice. There were so many, like, I don't know if it was when the Odins came out or something that everybody's like, oh, whatever. I don't know about it. It's okay. And then they're like, oh crap. Like this is actually really good in person. Same thing with the Odin Turbos. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, it's kind of cool. But then when they got it, it was like everybody's opinion turned around. So, like, I love, hearing you guys be skeptical about it and then getting it and be like, oh, like, tuck your tail between your legs, because it turns out to be awesome. Same thing with my retina.
It's so bright, dude.
Same thing
that
with,
1750 is unbelievable.
He literally just like fried my brain. The mountain sky finish on the Warrior Mini 2. I know a little, people were kind of skeptical because like
this is my favorite one.
On the i3T is hard because it was such a small light, but it looks so much better on the Warrior Mini 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's more room. It's just a little more, I guess, realistic in a way. I'm not really sure if that's the correct word I'm looking for, but it just looks so much nicer.
Always a different experience when you see it in person. Absolutely. Absolutely. The problem is when you sell stuff online, like what we do, in order to see it in person, either your buddy has to buy it or you have to buy it.
Yeah.
The good news is like I've said many times, we do have a 30-day return policy, and I would be very surprised if you got this in hand and you were like, you know what, I think I just want to send it back. Like, I don't see people doing that with these because they're just so nice. They have all the features you could possibly want. They're compact in size. For me, I wear a size large glove, and this is exactly how I want to have a fist grip. Look at it, guys. My thumb is on the tail switch, and then my fist is holding the entire body of the light, and then you have the head sticking out perfectly from the end of my fist, which is the part. But this is the part of the light that gets hot.
Yeah.
So it's like the perfect size.
Yeah.
Because it's like I get to hold the entire body of the light, so I have a good grip. But then the head is sticking out, so the head isn't going to get hot in my hands because the head's sticking out. It's like the absolute perfect dimensions for like a handheld light.
Oh my God! Stop my eyeballs.
It's hard to not hit the switch.
I know.
I just want to be like bam, bam.
But now,
bam,
like
bam.
my left eye is like blurry. Oh my God. Sean, can I paint the Balder Mini? I don't suggest you do that.
So people do Cerakote them.
They do.
Going Gear actually does that all the time. They do like Going Gear edition ones where they just like buy black ones and they Cerakote them. I got a couple other buddies that have Cerakoted them. Just keep in mind, it does void the warranty because you're heating the light up on purpose. You have to bake them in order for the Cerakote to hold. So, I mean, that's the only thing about it.
But you could, I mean,
I can't tell you like you can't do that because you can do whatever you want when you get the product because it's yours. The only thing we can do is advise you to not do things. But people Cerakote our lights all the time and they use them and it's fine. If you don't know what you're doing, I would highly suggest not doing it. But if you know somebody who Cerakotes stuff all the time, or if it's like a side gig for you, it's a business for you, whatever, then you can give it a shot. Save your eyes. Give Sean a baton 3Ks to fidget with. Oh yeah.
I don't know what's worse. I really don't know what's worse.
People are like, I mean, how's the hinge on the premium case? Is it gonna hold up? I'm like,
gonna hold up.
Hey, you want to know how we test it? Just like this.
You want to know how we test Kelly's patience?
No, but seriously though, at the factory we actually have a machine that presses the switch continuously for hours on end, and we literally have these machines that mimic fingers. It's these like little soft rubber tips, and they literally just go like this, just constantly to see how long it takes for the switches to wear out. We do that on every single light we make. We try to wear out the switches to make sure that they're going to have longevity, and it's tens of thousands of times. I remember walking into like the testing room where they have everything. Where they test the lumens, they do drop tests, they do water tests, they do, recoil tests, they do all kinds of things. But I remember walking in and seeing all these flashlights lined up and these little rubber tips that were like ding, 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 ding,
and they
ding,
literally
just non-stop. And it's that fast too. It's like boop, 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 and just tens of thousands of times. And there's a little counter and it's counting every single time it does it so we can see how many times it's doing it. I love it.
Kelly needs one earplug and an eye patch for live streams. You are correct.
But yeah, I mean, all this stuff, like we test for longevity.
Yeah.
Like we put it super deep. We have this big like water chamber and we drop it down, the flashlight down into the chamber, and we just leave it there as long as we possibly can until the flashlight stops working. Like that's what we do. We literally test things until they don't work anymore. And that's how we get our ratings.
Yeah. The other thing too, guys, is so we just posted the Perrin Mini torture test on YouTube. And there were a few comments, even on the last couple torture tests that we did, how, what we do doesn't, represent like day-to-day use. I'm like, but it does, because what are we going to test? Putting it in and out of our pocket 1,000 times? You may drop your light, maybe it falls off the back of your truck or, falls out of your bag or whatever. So the exaggerated throwing it up in the air and hitting the pavement may not be what you do to your light on a daily basis, but it represents and even overdoes what you would do on the daily basis. So like, yeah, you're not going to throw it up in the air and let it hit the pavement, but if it falls out of a bag, if it can withstand throwing it up and hitting the pavement, it's going to withstand dropping it out of a pocket, out of a bag or something like that. So don't think what we're doing is what you guys are going to do, but like maybe it falls off if it's on an ATV or something and it tumbles in the dirt. Like that's why we drag it. We run it over. We freeze it if you drop it in the lake, in the river, off of a kayak. Everything that we do is a little more exaggerated, but you can apply it to real life. So it may be silly. We beat the living daylights out of these lights, though, guys. Yeah,
well, I mean, that's why we freeze it.
Yeah.
In a solid chunk of ice for an entire day. Because, like, how do you get, like, a more intense water test than that?
Yeah.
Like, it has to sit in water for hours and hours and hours just for it to freeze in just a regular, refrigerator freezer, right?
Yeah.
So, like, there you go. You know for a fact that it's been sitting in water for hours and hours and hours. And then that water is freezing and surrounding the light, putting pressure on the light and the switch and all of that. And then we break it out of that ice once it's super solid. And then we make sure that it works. Like, to me, that's like the ultimate water test. It's like if it can sit there in water for hours on end and ice for hours on end and then get the crap beaten out of it and it keeps working, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to do something more than that. You're not going to do more than that. There's people who, and this has happened several times in the Facebook group, people will post a picture of a light that's like totally messed up. And they'll be like, I lost this flashlight in my backyard a year ago and my dog found it.
Yep.
And the freaking thing turns on. Like, this stuff happens. Not every single day, but over the years, I see posts like this a lot. I mean,
somebody just posted one recently that they were putting in like a pool or something, and like the dirt that they
you put in Jello.
they removed
I know
like to dig the pool out. Like once they eventually spread it around the yard, like one of his lights was buried in that pile of dirt for like, I don't know, 6 months or like the entire summer or something when they were doing the construction. He's like, it was dirty, it was disgusting, it was cracked, it was this, and he charged it and it worked just fine. So like, you'd be surprised what these things go through.
A lot of people accidentally leave their lights in their pockets when they wash their clothes. That happens all the time.
May or may not have done that
before. Yeah. And that usually works. Like, pulled it out, hey, it still works. Awesome. Or you might need to just like dry it out or whatever. But I mean, usually it works just fine. I mean, you got the O-rings in there. I mean, they are waterproof. They might get beat up a little bit, clanking around in the washing machine in the dryer. But yeah, I'm stoked about it. I'm stoked about how good these lights recently have been doing as well. Like, specifically, like the lights we've been coming out with recently. If anything, they're just getting more and more robust and like even better in the torture test. And we keep taking them further and further and further. Like, we use the pavement on purpose because it doesn't get more rough than that. Yeah, it's fun doing the torture test. And the cool thing about it too is like, these torture tests are the real deal. Like, you see me doing something like we don't even like cut it. Like you'll see me beating on it with a hammer and then I pick it up and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, please turn on, please turn on. Like I have no idea what's going to happen when I hit the switch. Like I don't even know. It's not like I know exactly what happened. I beat it with a hammer and I pick it up and I'm just like, okay, let's see if it turns on. Like we're experiencing it together.
Yeah. Like
I'm surprised just as you are when it turns on. I'm like, holy crap, it turned on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and there are a few times that like we'll pick it up and we're like, we really don't think that this is going to work. And then it takes a click or two and then it comes on and we're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. I mean, just full transparency. Like when we're making the videos in my head, when I pick up the light after beating on it, I'm like, please turn on, please turn on, please turn on. You know what I mean? Cause like, you know, I hope it does for I hope the light can handle these kinds of things. And then it turns on and I'm like, look at that. It turns on. Like it's the real deal.
Jesus. Yeah. So like I had washed an S1R once and so lucky for me, and I'm sure it would be fine. I don't dry my clothes in the dryer with heat because I don't want anything to shrink. I just do like air dry, but I never heard it in the washer. It must have fallen out of a pocket once it got into the dryer and then it's going clank, clank. And I'm like, oh my God, like I just broke the dryer. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And it was fine. There were a couple little nicks in it from like the holes on the inside and whatnot. But other than that, it was fine. I took it all apart and I just let it sit and dry for a little while. And after that, it was all right. Charged fine, works fine. It was my purple one. Still worked fine. So.
Okay, let's get to some questions, guys. Let's get to some questions. And then we'll do the giveaway after that.
JM, I'm not sure what we need to address. There is a new perk in the OFAN club. Some of you have hit that already, the Black Diamond one. I'm not sure what perk people are upset about. I haven't really seen any negative reactions to it other than like we didn't really announce it. It did kind of just roll out on its own. So if you have any questions about that, I mean, you can check it out on the website. Everything is all there. It's all listed, the perks and stuff. I know a few things have been adjusted in the other levels as well. But yeah, I mean, it was another cool level for you guys to reach with some better perks. So, Kay, I know we were talking earlier. You got a notification because we're live on Olight World. This is our big one. When I go live on Mondays, typically if I'm especially like by myself, like it's under my name only in the group. So that's where that is different. I don't know how you get a notification when I go live in the group. I don't know if that's a thing that you can do. This is totally different because we're on Olight World. So you're going to have to, like I said, you're going to have to play around with Facebook and try and figure that out.
Super impressed with the O-bulb torture test. Yeah, me too.
You threw that thing straight against the wall.
Yeah, I was chucking it. I threw it in the air, had it smashed down. I was throwing it at a cement wall, and the thing just kept on ticking. I was really impressed with the O-bulb. Obviously, the O-bulb can definitely take a beating from your kids, or they want to throw it around the house or whatever. Yeah, the O-bulb can definitely also take a beating. I mean, obviously, don't run it over with a tank. But anything like,
does anybody have a tank?
If your kids or your dog gets a hold of it or whatever, you know what I mean? It'll be fine.
Yeah. Brad, there were a few times that I spun my tires when we were running them over. But even with the van, what did we run over? Was it the lantern that John ran over in the van and it like shot way out?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. That was a good one.
The lantern torture test was absurd.
It was.
I was like, are we really going to do this? And we did.
Yeah. Brad, I would love to see more colors of the S2R. I'm actually a big fan of that light. I know it kind of gets like passed by, but I do like the S2R. I would love to have that in blue because then I would have the S1R. We can get an S2R in blue. Then I have a blue Baton Pro, a blue M2R Pro, a blue Seeker 2 Pro, a Warrior X Pro. I need all the blue. So I am all for an S2R, 100%.
What color would you guys want to see next in the Baton 3? That's what I'm interested in because we definitely we haven't done enough. There's no way we've done enough. The purple gradient one is my favorite so far. I'm really stoked that we did that. You like the blue one?
I have the blue one. Yeah,
you got the blue one. I have the purple gradient.
I so badly want I want a gunmetal gray. I want a desert tan. I want an OD green because I think those cases would look so nice. lights in those colors. Also, Ron John, please don't throw your lights at people. That's not something we're adding into the torture test.
Guys, if you have any questions about shipping, we do have a full customer service department who actually looks up orders and checks out the status of that and sees what's going on with the warehouse. The best way to get in contact and to ask shipping questions is to go to olightstore.com and click on the little live chat button. Click on that and then start a live chat with one of our reps. All you have to do is give them your order number and they'll be able to check out and see what's going on and give you guys an update. But anything involving shipping, anything involving like operational stuff like shipping, returns, repairs, anything like that, the best way to go is olightstore.com and just hit the little live chat notification and then just give them your order number and say, hey, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this order.
So Todd,
I mean, that's what I do with any other company that I order.
Agreed.
Any company that I order with, the only thing I do is I go to their website and I check and see if they have live chat. And then if they don't have live chat, I check and see if they have a phone number. And then if they don't have a phone number listed or it's hard to get in contact with them, then there's usually a contact me page where you can submit like an email.
Todd,
but that's what I do for every company, ever.
You had said gave early access to flash sales via invite cards, which steps on others who earned it by spending money with Olight. So it's not a permanent early access. So if I'm a bronze level who doesn't have early access and Sean is diamond and invites me to have early access, it's only for one sale. It's only one time. It is not surpassing everybody else who spent that money. It is a way to make people realize like, this is a really neat perk. I would like to spend more money and open an account and do all this to earn my own early access. It's just like when we give you guys links or other companies give you, hey, if you buy this, you or like refer your friends and get $35. So for example, Angela the other day sent me a thing for Daily Harvest. She got referred or she referred me. She got $35. I got a discount. So like, it's just a way for us to get other people involved in all of this and you guys to get stuff out of it as well. So it's not stepping on people's toes. It's just a nice, little like taste of what you could have if you continue to earn with us. I mean, so many companies do stuff like that.
So many companies do that. Like, hey, if you refer a friend, we'll give you extra money towards your next order and they get extra money towards their first order. That's like a normal thing. Like a lot of companies do that. We're not like reinventing the wheel here. We're just like doing what modern day e-commerce, you know what I mean? Like we're giving people deals. We're giving them incentives to tell
That's
their
the word
friends.
I was looking for. Thank you. I couldn't think of it.
It's an incentive, guys, but you're actually gaining from it because you're getting our products for less money and your friends are too. And then also what's cool about it is we can all admit that like being obsessed with flashlights isn't the most common thing in the world.
There's a lot of us out there, but it's not totally.
Yeah, but like, so common. There is, also kind of an incentive to tell your friends about it because maybe you can get your friends into it and then you have a new common thing with your friends. Like instead of being like, all my friends think it's weird that I like flashlights. It's like, well, why don't you show them your flashlights and show them how freaking cool they are? And then maybe they'll get into it too. So then you're not the weird guy with flashlights. Then you just have a group of friends who like flashlights and you're all weird together.
Because we're all a little weird. That is 100%. What else? Like a mini lighted blimp, like a drone. I think that would be kind of cool. I don't know how popular that would be, but like I think it would be fun.
I don't think we froze. We're good on internet here. No notifications. Only one person said that. I think it's their internet. Neon green. That's kind of dope. Yeah, that'd be cool.
You guys are going to come at me for this. I know I'm not a huge fan of orange, but I do appreciate the ones that we've done. I do like them. I have not been able to understand or get into the zombie green splatter pattern. So many of you guys have asked for it, and I'm just like, I don't see it. I don't get it.
Colin,
what did he say?
I'm known as the flashlight king in my neighborhood. Well, hey, if you got a bunch of Olights, your neighborhood probably does know about you.
Correct.
Let's be honest, folks.
When a deep dive light. So dive lights are a very niche thing. I know there's not a lot of them out there. I mean, that does take a lot of ingenuity with, pressure and glass and plastic and like all these other things.
Yeah.
I don't think that's something that we would have a market for.
We've talked about this before. So if you've seen our like videos of our factory, and we do need to do an updated factory video, and I definitely want to do that as soon as I can actually get over there. I was supposed to go there last year, but obviously that didn't work out. So hopefully I can go back to the factory sometime soon to do a new factory tour, because we pretty much changed everything. But if you look at like the previous video, there's a couple videos. I think Marshall from Going Gear did one. If you take a look, half of our factory is literally a CNC machine shop.
It's insane.
Yeah, like half of the process is just machining the bodies. And they do so well in the torture test when we beat them with a hammer and drop them and do all this stuff, because these flashlights are literally machined out of solid rods and blocks of aluminum. So it's not like we're putting it in a mold or casting things or like taking shortcuts. Like these things are milled out of solid chunks of aluminum. Yeah. Like we're literally machining the entire thing to make it that much more rigid and that much stronger. So anyways, to get back to the topic, most of the dive lights out there are made out of plastic, and we don't make that much stuff out of plastic. Now we're finally starting to get into it with the O bulbs and these premium cases. So we're starting to get into like the injection molding and all of that stuff. But the majority of our factory and the work that we're doing is machining these bodies and machining the bezels, making the clips, all of the stuff that goes into the metal flashlights. That's like the majority of what we're doing, because if you look at it, like we have a lot more metal flashlights than plastic flashlights. We only have like a few products that are plastic, like the O bulb, the case for the Baton 3,
parts of the
lanterns. Yeah. So that's where we are. Is we prefer to make stuff out of metal because that's what we know. Like we've been doing that for like 14, coming up on like 15 years.
You guys, some of these comments are absolutely absurd, and I appreciate you guys for them. Like Tony, a copper Seeker 2 Pro. Do you know how heavy that would be? What did we do? The M2R, not the Pro. The M2R, I think, came out in copper, right? They're heavy. Like,
it was the original M2R, not the M2R Pro.
No, not the M2R Pro. Yeah, the original M2R. Like, what are you guys going to do with that?
We did the R50 as well.
Heavy, man.
We did the R50 Seeker.
Yeah.
In copper, and that's like the heaviest copper. That light weighs a pound. It weighs like 16 ounces.
That's
the light weighs a freaking pound. It's amazing. I remember picking it up for the first time, and I was like, "This is amazing! Like, this is unruly. Like, this is the heaviest thing ever."
Curtis, I just bought a Baton 2, and it doesn't seem to be bright enough to be 1,000 lumens. What do we have that's 1,000? Is it the S1R that's 1,000? Because the S2R is 1050.
The S1R2 is 1,000
Okay,
lumens.
so the
original S1R was 900.
Okay, so the S1R2 you're saying does not seem to be bright enough. You have to double click to get to
turbo, yeah.
So you have a low, a medium, and a high, but then you have turbo. So double click to get to turbo, and then you can double click again to back down to your 3 low, medium, and high. So try the double click.
The Perrin Mini is also 1,000 lumens,
yes,
which is absurd because it's such a small flashlight.
Yeah, he said Baton 2,
it's
so I'm
small.
assuming you mean the S1R Baton 2.
But
yeah, quick double click.
Yeah, and see if that works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the Perrin Mini torture test that we filmed this week, we just posted it a couple days ago on Wednesday. when I would do like a torture test, like drop it or hit it with a hammer or drill it or whatever, I would double tap to go up to turbo to make sure turbo still worked.
Yeah.
Like if you notice that's also something that I've been doing is instead of just turning it on and being like turns on, whatever, I actually like cycle through all the settings and I double tap up to turbo to make sure everything works after each test that we do.
And somebody else also mentioned, I don't remember who, what, when, or where, you know, we film like during like our normal work hours. So yes, was, you know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon the best time to like do a torture test? No, that's why we went in the shade to show you that it's still turned on.
Yeah, that little shade spot was nice.
We're not really gonna like, you know, work that late when, especially during the summer when it doesn't get dark until like 9 o'clock to show you guys a torture test. You're not gonna see anything that's going on. So, you know, showing you guys in the shade.
Also, it would be kind of weird doing that at night. I believe the police would probably show up and be like, what the heck are you guys doing out here? Well, that's the other thing too.
Like, yeah, we're filming in the park. We're going other places. So like, we don't really have anywhere that we can like not get in trouble. So like, people don't, you know, typically take kindly to things.
I'm surprised that's never happened where somebody's came up to us and been like, what the hell are you doing? When I'm like beating on something with a hammer and like throwing it around and like ripping down on my scooter and stuff. Like
it's very funny because like people are walking and they're like eyeballing us like, what the hell are they doing? But nobody ever stops and asks.
Yeah, true.
So
oh man.
We only have, what color Perrin do we have? Black and blue, right? The original Perrin is only in black and blue.
The original Perrin.
The original. And then the mini is in orange, black, and desert tan.
The desert tan one's sick.
It is. And then the Perrin 2 is in black, orange, and purple gradient.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of mixed match colors all over. So like I would, again, love to see the actual Perrin in a desert tan or something like that. I have a black one. I actually don't even have the blue one. I
think somebody, I saw a question like a little bit ago. Somebody was asking about like a pocket light for security. I would definitely say the Warrior Mini 2 for sure.
Definitely.
You got that tail switch. Probably like, I don't know what you're doing with security, but for example, if you're like a bouncer, right, and you're like checking IDs or whatever, like you have that tail switch, you have that fist grip, so you are in a grip to throw down if you need to, but also like, you know, you're able to like look at IDs, you're able to like look at people's pockets and stuff to make sure like, you know, people aren't carrying if they're going into like a club or something, you know, all that kind of stuff. And again, you know, if you're walking around a building, maybe you're like patrolling a building and you're looking around to see if there's any, you know, homeless people or whatever hanging around. Like if you're checking out stuff like that, then, you know, having this fist grip is how you want to be. And again, like I said, I think the Warrior Mini 2 is a great size for that fist grip because you have the head hanging out, but you're ready to go if you need to. So it's good stuff. And it's small enough, of course, to fit in your pocket. You could even put it in the front of your shirt. You know, if you're wearing like a button down, like a police style shirt, stuff like that.
Karen, she goes, I can understand the black and blue. You beat them up. You are correct. You did a Perrin Perrin torture test also.
We did a Perrin torture test.
That thing did really good.
We did that one in like the middle of winter.
It was cold.
I was wearing like my freaking North Face parka.
Were you still in Georgia for that?
No. It was with you.
Yeah.
No, it was with you. Yeah. The Perrin.
I don't remember. I have to go back and watch that one. I don't remember doing it.
Yeah, the Perrin. We did a Perrin 2 one?
We did.
Good God, we've done so many.
Guys, we have a lot of torture tests. We actually talked about, because we did the flashback video, remember?
We did. That was fun.
The recap video of the torture test, and we had a lot.
Yeah, it was kind of like a slow week. You know, we weren't having a sale. We weren't doing anything in particular. So we were like, you know what? Why don't we take a trip down memory lane?
Yes, that's what
and just post like clips from like I don't know, like 5 to 10 torture tests in the same video. I thought that was fun.
Many. That was pretty cool.
I was like, I would think this is entertaining. So why don't we do it? So,
I think we're in double digits at this point with torture tests. I have to go back and look.
Wildy, the finger grip. You mean for the Odin? Is that what you're talking about? Because the one for the Warrior Mini 2 just comes in the box. So you just need to search in your box to find this one.
Yeah.
This one actually was like a separately packaged accessory.
Yes.
If you did not receive yours, please, again, just reach out to our live chat function and they will send it out to you. I will say there was an issue with that, and there are people who did not receive the grip ring, but we will send it to you free of charge, free shipping. You don't have to pay a dime. All you got to do is just contact us and say, hey, I ordered an Odin during the sale, never got the ring. Can you send it to me? Here's my order number. And they'll be like, all right, cool. Yeah. And you don't have to worry about, paying for anything or anything like that.
Anderson, the Glock 43X does not have a rail. So you're going to need a Recover tactical rail adapter. And then you can put like the PL Mini 2. You can do the Balder Mini series, whether you want red laser or green laser. But that does not have a rail, so you need to get an attachment for that, and then you can throw it on. If you go back to our YouTube and check out the Balder Mini series videos, the PL Mini 2, you'll see that we shot with it because your 43 has a Recover tactical rail adapter. They're very secure. They're not super bulky. They don't add a whole ton of weight. So look into Recover tactical.
Really good tolerances on that stuff. Super tight.
And then you can add like a PL Mini 2 or a Balder or something like that.
Does the grip ring come in pinky size? No, it's one size.
Yeah.
But it is large.
Well, I mean,
it is large.
If your pinky is that big, then oh my goodness, man.
So I wear like sometimes like on the weekends or whatever, like I'll wear a ring on my like first finger here, my pointer finger. And the ring that I wear is a size 12.
Yeah.
So I have pretty large fingers.
Yeah.
I think the average size for a man is like a 10 or like a 9 or a 10. So I wear a 12 here on my pointer finger, and you can see just how massive this ring is here on my middle finger. My middle finger is probably like a size 11 or something. And it still is large. So it's a very large ring, but allows it to be completely universal. It doesn't matter how massive your fingers are. I know some of our customers have gigantic fingers, way bigger than mine. They wear like a size 15 ring.
Ridiculous.
For you guys, I wore a size 15 ring in middle. Yeah, exactly, Michael. So a lot of you guys, you have massive hands. So because of that, we had to make the grip ring massive. I mean, how terrible would it be if it was small and all the bigger guys couldn't even use it?
Yeah.
That would suck.
So two things. On Instagram, I think your name was Only From Earth. If you're trying to contact customer service, if you go to the live chat and it asks you to leave your information, leave the information. Somebody will get back to you. You can send them an email at cs@olightstore.com. The phone system is on call back only. They check them every few days. So if you guys leave a voicemail, please expect a few day turnaround to get a call back. You just have to be patient. You can also, if you have Facebook, contact any of the reps with the green or blue Olight logos as profile pictures. They can assist you as well if you're not getting an answer, as quick as you want.
We got Jeffrey here. I didn't get my Odin ring, so I contacted Olight, and they said they were sending me one. Yeah,
nice.
It's as simple as that, guys. If you didn't get something and we owe you something, please just reach out to us and we'll send it to you. It's simple as that.
And Guns, Arts, and Crafts. I know you want an answer, but I don't have one. We can send over, the requests for lockout modes on like different kinds of lights, but I can't tell you yes or no that it's actually going to happen. Email customer service, and be like, hey, I think this would be a really great idea. Post it in the Facebook group under like the O Designer or something like that, and just like get your idea out there. We can pass it along, but again, like I can't give you a yes or no if that's actually going to happen. It would be a good idea. Yes, I totally agree. But yeah, just mention it, and hopefully in some of the upgraded versions we'll see stuff like that.
Is live chat working on? Can somebody say something on Facebook just so we make sure that the chat's working?
Live chat has stopped scrolling.
That was only 1 minute ago, so maybe people just aren't saying something. I don't know. Can you guys say something on Facebook? We're good to go.
Yeah, Dave Louie.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, no, it's
cool,
still going.
Cool.
So
okay.
Curtis, maybe just your Wi-Fi's a little. There's Drew, Adam.
Cool.
Jason, they're rolling in.
All right. Let's go ahead and do the giveaway, guys. We've been live for quite some time here. Let's go ahead and do it. But it was good to answer some of your guys' questions. Fun to talk about stuff going on. Just a heads up, we do have some sales stuff coming up in the near future. So stay tuned for some really cool stuff coming up. Like really cool.
Yeah.
Like holiday cool.
Yeah.
Holiday cool.
Guys, so are you there are people to answer the phones. There's just a lot going on down in that office right now, so they are on callback only. They're shipping orders, they're doing repairs, they're crazy busy. But I promise you they are working on callbacks. So just leave a message if you can, and I promise you they will get back to you. But I'm with you. Let's do some giveaways.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to do it the way we always do it to make it the most fair. Again, we do not play favorites, and we literally just pick the first right answer that we see on our screen.
Unless you're in probation.
But otherwise, if you haven't won recently, we don't care who wins. Anybody can win. Okay. So the way we do it based on the lag time for each platform is Instagram's the fastest. After that, it's YouTube. After that, it's Facebook, which is the slowest. So we're going to ask a random Olight question to Instagram first. Whoever answers that question first correctly, you win a free Desert Tan i3T. Woo-hoo. If you do win, send us a DM with your shipping information, and we'll ship it out free of charge. The whole thing's free. You don't pay a penny.
Do you think Nate's ready? On Instagram? Ready,
Eric, no, I can't tell you yet. Okay, here we go.
Stop spamming Eric. All right.
You get out of here, Eric.
Instagram.
Ready?
A few readies whenever you're ready. I have a question.
Instagram. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is the candela of the Baton 3? The Baton 3 candela. What is it?
What is it?
Kevin's also on probation, in case you guys were wondering.
What is it? I'm going back to...
Oh, no. You're not going to be able to see.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ. Well, we have the right answer anyway.
You're going to have to do it.
You are absolutely ridiculous.
Vapors.
Cappy, where have you been? You are correct. It is 6,889. So I'm sorry, I like bounce Instagram. It's like bouncing all over. Cappy, you won. Congrats. I know I have your information, but just send me a message on Instagram anyway, just so I don't forget. But congrats.
You nailed it.
You got a Desert Tan i3T coming your way.
Awesome. All right. Well, congrats, man. Thank you guys so much for watching Instagram. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm just in great spirits. Wearing the old Pit Vipers, coming up on the best holiday ever. I am super stoked, guys. And we got, again, some cool stuff coming in on the pipeline. I cannot talk about it, but yeah, you'll be very happy somewhat soon. That's all I can say.
Agreed.
Cool. All right, Instagram. Have a great weekend. Stay safe.
Guys.
Use your flashlights. We'll see you later.
Yes. Let's see.
Okay, Instagram is gone. YouTube, it's your turn. It's your time to shine. Okay? Let me know when you have a question, and we'll do a countdown for you, YouTube, and then somebody's going to win. Ready?
Whenever you are.
Do we have readies?
I think we should give them a second. YouTube. Oh, James is ready, Freddy.
That's the song and the dance. Waiting for readies so we can give stuff away. Boop, 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 boop.
Sure.
Awesome. All right, YouTube, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is the runtime on the 50 lumen mode on the Seeker 2? The original Seeker 2.
Not the Pro, folks.
Not the Pro. The original Seeker 2. What is the runtime of the 50 lumen mode?
That's a good one. Facebook, hang out with us. As soon as we have a right answer on YouTube, we will ask you your question. My people.
Nope. Ooh. Yes. Yeah, we can.
The sun's got nothing on these Pit Vipers. These things are so dark, it's unreal. So dark.
I just want to since you can't see anything anyway.
These things are so dark.
So, right? Yeah.
What is it? Who is it?
Scott Johnston. 72 hours.
Scott Johnston.
You are correct. That's one of my favorite lights, the Seeker 2. I had it before I had the Seeker 2 Pro.
It's got that matte finish.
I know, I like
it.
The
blue one was sick.
No, the Seeker 2 Pro. Oh,
no.
Did. Right,
the Seeker 2 came in blue.
I forgot.
You never see that light. That light's a freaking unicorn.
It is, and I want one.
Anybody has a blue Seeker 2, post it up in the Facebook
send
group.
Send it to me.
The thing rocks.
Scott Johnston, 72 hours. You were correct. I know I have your stuff somewhere, but email me, Facebook me, whatever you contacted me last time. It's kellyolight@gmail.com. And yeah, we'll get you out a Desert TNI 3T there, sir.
Rock on. All right, cool.
Oh,
well, thank
Chris,
you so much.
Selfish.
Thank you so much, YouTube. Hey, guys, if you haven't seen our Parent Mini torture test that we did a couple days ago, please check it out.
It's impressive.
It was a lot of fun. It really is impressive. I was actually really pumped on
hungry.
Agreed. Just how well it did for just being such a ridiculously small light, and the fact it's 1,000 lumens. You can use it with the headband, or you can use it as a pocket light. It's an awesome, awesome light. You guys got to have a Parent Mini in the collection. But check out that video, guys. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah.
And we will see you later, YouTube.
Bye, guys. Not selfish. I paid for it. I know.